Do you know who that is right there?
That's me.
That's you. Okay, that's what I thought.
This is 51-year-old Yvonne Serrano, the last person to ever be seen with Daniela Maya before she met a horrific fate.
Yvonne Serrano, Daniela Tabares Maya. Following the murder, she tried to cover it up.
And right now, Yvonne has no idea that detectives know she isn't the innocent witness she pretends to be, because with each word,
I know that there's somebody dead, You want me to confess something that I don't know.
and lie that comes out of her mouth, she will seal her fate.
But you washed your blood off your shirt.
You deleted the videos.
Yvonne, you don't get to change things.
You are completely lying to my face, okay?
If you said so.
What do you think this is? So tell me, what happened?
On the night of November 22nd, 2019, 21-year-old Daniela Tabares Maya was out with friends from her gym, enjoying good company on a seemingly ordinary night. One of the people with her was 51-year-old Yvonne Serrano, an older woman in their gym circle, and someone Daniela knew well enough to trust. The group watched a film, and later headed to a World of Beer in Coconut Creek before finally leaving the pub at around 1 a.m. Surveillance footage later showed Daniela and Yvonne leaving the place side by side. Daniela had offered Yvonne a ride home, but that would be the last decision she would ever make. Hours after the group left the bar, the Coral Springs PD dispatcher received the following 911 call.
911 emergency. I just walked out, but there's the car in my driveway with what? Like, do you know who that is? I say, girl. Yeah, do you know that girl? Oh, I can tell.
When officers arrived at the scene, they found Daniela's lifeless lying just beside her vehicle in Yvonne's driveway, with a gunshot wound to the forehead. Standing just feet away was Yvonne Serrano, the same woman she had spent the entire night with, and someone who was now pretending she barely recognized her. Based on the fact that she was the last person who was seen with Daniela, she quickly became the primary suspect in the case. Yvonne was brought in for questioning in the murder of Daniela Maya, and what she would say during her interrogation would make the detectives sure of one thing: she certainly had something to do with this incident.
Okay, you did, after we discussed this case earlier at your residence, agree to come here with us to the police station, correct?
I didn't agree. You brought me, but that's okay.
Well,
I'm
no.
here.
Well, no, let's not word it that way.
Are you here because you want to be here?
You weren't put in handcuffs, correct?
Yeah.
You recall that you weren't put in handcuffs?
No.
And you recall that when we were sitting in the kitchen, Detective Galilei in your house, we told you we wanted to ask you some more questions, that we're investigating the death of Daniela, that you were the last person that we know that saw her alive. We asked if you'd come here and speak with us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You explained earlier that you were out last night with friends.
Yes.
One of those friends, unfortunately, ended up dead on your driveway today, and that you wanted to help us. So
Yes.
if you want to discuss it with us, that's what we want to do. We want to take it from the top. So it's my understanding that you want to discuss it with us. That's why you came in with us, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I told Detective John, I told him everything that I can.
I'll tell you what I want to do. I'm the lead detective on this. I wasn't present for the interview that you had with Detective Young. If you remember, I came in late.
Yes.
And it could be that I forgot to ask you something.
So
No, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
in addition to that, sometimes as time goes by, you start to remember little things. So we're going to start with way before this morning. I also want to start with you're not working currently, correct?
That's correct.
But on a regular basis, you're going to a gym called Training for Warriors.
That's correct.
Is that the gym?
I guess that's the address. Yes, it's right behind the hospital.
That's right. Okay. How long did you go to that gym?
I want to say 6 months. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe 5, 6, somewhere around there. Not more than 6 for sure.
What type of gym is it? Is it a CrossFit gym, or is it just your normal everyday, like a U-Fit, or what type of gym is it? This is training for warriors. It's an unusual name, so is
No. It doesn't have to be anything but warriors. It's, lifting weights, running. Basically, it's what it is. By lifting weights.
No boxing,
No boxing. No nothing.
weight training, and
Weight training and running. That's
Running.
the whole thing.
okay.
Not CrossFit. I mean, they do with the boot camps on the weekends that tires and stuff, but that's about it.
Okay. So when you go there, do you have an appointment with the trainer, or you just show up whenever you want?
You wait. I go to the 5 o'clock class, or used to go to 5 in the morning, and you train on your knees, and that's it.
Okay.
I mean,
So they're open.
you have a group. Yeah, you have a group. That normal people that either work or whatever, they go at 5 o'clock in the morning. Some will go at 6. So it keeps classes every hour on the hour. I think, and I guess, because I only go 45 an hour. I used to go.
You only
One. Yes.
5 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
and do the same kind of people go pretty much?
It's a lot of people.
How many people are in a class on an average?
Supposedly, on average, I would say maybe 10, 12, somewhere out there. So it depends on who wakes up in the morning, who goes with us, and it's give or take. You can have 4 people, you can have 10 people, you can have 20 people, not more than 30, I guess. 25, 30, yes.
But are you friendly with the owners there? Do you know anybody by name or the trainers?
Yeah, I know the trainers, Austin, Nick, and Rick, that he is one of the either owners or son of the owner. But I don't deal with him. I don't.
Is Nick?
Yes, that's the one.
Right now, Yvonne has no idea how much evidence detectives have already gathered from the crime scene, and she doesn't yet realize she's being viewed as a suspect instead of a witness. Detectives use that ignorance to their advantage, building rapport and giving her enough room to confidently sell the version of events she wants them to believe.
So, Rick, do you know what Rick's last name is, by chance? No. But Rick's the owner, and he organized.
Well, at least one of the others.
He organized the social gathering for everybody at the gym. Almost all the members were invited, or everybody was invited.
Yeah, they put out something on Facebook, something that everybody, and then everybody decided who want to go or who doesn't want to go. And up till today, I regret going, but that's.
When did you receive the invite?
Oh, it was like I would say like a week ago.
Okay.
I think it was a week ago, and I put going, but normally I say going, but never goes. But I tried to give it a try this time. And
So what time was everybody meeting at the promenade in Coconut Creek? Or at a movie theater?
supposedly, and I have a recording on my phone that, I asked him, say, hey, what time we're meeting. If so, where are we going to meet? Or what time we're going to meet? And Austin sent me a text, said, okay, we're meeting at the lobby. I mean, not the lobby, the movies in the front. And
Is that the Silver
Silver Sports Cinema, yeah, and Coconut Creek.
So Austin sent you a text yesterday early?
I boxed him. I boxed him and asked him, and he answered me, and I said, okay, cool, fine. So we said we're gonna meet there at 7, and I was like, okay. So when I get there, he wasn't there. I mean, there was only a few ladies there.
How did you get there?
By Uber.
Okay. Do you own your own vehicle? No?
Yes.
And why did you choose to Uber?
Because one, it was Friday, and second, coming out, yes, it's a pain part, especially on Friday nights.
Okay. All right. So while you were at the World of Beer, you were with Austin, as you mentioned, and you saw Rick, and you saw several
Rick,
people.
the wife, and everybody else, the in and out of the.
And Daniela Tavares, this is the person who's been identified, right,
Yes.
on your driveway, is deceased. Did you see her there, Leslie?
Yes, she was there. She was at the World of Beers.
Okay.
She was with a bunch of women, the husbands and stuff like that. And I was sitting in the air, and she was saying, they were talking, and we were talking, and everybody was having a great time, back and forth.
Do you remember what she was wearing? Was it? Now you'll recall what Daniela was from.
No, I do pay attention. I can listen. That wasn't on my.
Because we're gonna look to spot her on a video there from World of Beer and see who was hanging around it. And what were you wearing?
The only thing that I remember with her, because it was her hair. That when you go to the gym, you normally ponytail and stuff like that. So and then she had her hair down, and it's wavy and curly, like big waves. And yeah, that's something I remember.
That's what you remember about her last. Well, the two of you did spend some time speaking with each other. Yes or no?
No. We were talking on the table, like we were here now talking. Everybody was talking, so it wasn't like one-on-one conversation.
But did you speak to her?
Oh yeah, I did.
Do you remember what about?
No, we were making. Oh, actually, I did. We were making fun about another girl that was there. When they were talking, all the women were talking about that, and I was like, we were laughing about the conversation, and somebody asked me something, and I asked somebody, it's like, where is when? And the same reaction that you have, it's like, when? So she was like, when? And it's like, no, it's when. It's like, so we were laughing about that because the other girl didn't understand what I was trying to say, and that was it. And then she, and then that was we didn't talk much of anything of substantial. It was mingling conversation with everybody.
Okay.
This might be a good time for me to show you a picture, see if you can identify anybody.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Let's see. This one right here. Do you know who that is? Right there.
That's me.
That's you. Okay. That's what I thought. And how about this female kind of behind you? But
the wavy hair, that might be her.
You think that might be Daniela? Okay.
I think.
Early on, Yvonne tries to downplay just how well she knew Daniela, framing it as they'd only crossed paths a few times at the gym. But other people from their gym circle remember them as good friends, and surveillance from the bar also shows them side by side for hours, talking, laughing, and even leaving together just after 1:20 in the morning. That's a piece of footage that places Yvonne next to Daniela in the final stretch of her night. So when she starts creating distance here, the detectives are ready to push back with evidence.
As far as your relationship with Daniela, you liked her as a person?
Yeah, I have seen her at the gym. She's a nice, she was a nice girl. She, few times, we work out and stuff, we laugh, but it wasn't. I don't even. I saw her like 2 or 3 times in the gym. Then I saw her again last night. And I mean, we talk, and and I even say, it's like, I took her on my way. It was like, okay, I'm gonna be your mom. If you need help.
Last night you did that?
Yeah, and that's with the guy.
Did you ever do that in the past for her?
But no, as I told you, I only have seen 2 or 3 times at the gym.
Does she have your phone number in her phone?
No, that I know. No.
Because her phone will tell us, and your phone will tell us.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay.
I know.
What about email or
Nothing,
Facebook, messaging on each other on social media?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing of that nature.
Okay. So sometime during the night, and you got to, the movie was 1 hour and 39 minutes, and it started at 7:30. And by the time you walked over, you said you used the restroom in the movie. Sometime around 9:30, I would say.
Yeah,
would it be safe to say you got to World of Beer?
Yeah, I would say it was close to 10.
Closer to 10.
Yeah.
And you think you remember it up until about the time that picture was taken, which,
Yes.
as far as the
Yeah,
timeline
because
goes for
because
us.
I remember the guy, and I remember, what happened with the guy and stuff like that, and the conversation that I have with her. That and I remember the reaction of the guy that he said, yeah, right, whatever, or something like that. And he was, kind of about it, just
Because he was rejected.
yeah, it's something like that. And that was it. I didn't think much about it, and I was like, oh, if it's not my first story. If you need help, let me know.
Okay.
I'm here. That
So-
was it. That was the only conversation that I had with her in that sense.
With Daniela.
Mhm.
Has Daniela ever been to your house?
No, ever.
Okay. So let's talk about how you got home then, right?
I cannot tell you. I want to say I was still drunk, and I want to say, honest to goodness, there was two things. Either I either I walk out of the house, or I walk up in the car, sit on the passenger seat
Of which car?
of her car.
You think he might have awakened on the front seat of her passenger?
Yes. By
Okay.
then. That's
Okay.
and I was sitting there, and and I don't, yeah, I didn't know how I got there, but I saw the door open, and when you those small cars, so you look out and you see,
So you walk.
and I run around and I tried to whatever, and then I
Okay, so-
when I went
So now
That's a new memory that you have.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
But I don't want to, because
No.
I feel like you're like looking for
Well, we're looking for pieces of the puzzle to put them together.
Okay.
We want you to think. We don't want to, don't
Yeah, like-
blurt out an answer unless you're sure.
What
Take
I
your time,
okay.
and put your mind back to that time and try to replay it in your head so that, you get a good idea of what exactly happened. We don't want to go too fast. So we don't want it to be confusing for you.
Okay.
We're not trying to trick you or anything like that. We ask you a question. We want you to think back and kind of replay it in your head and give us your best memory.
Like I said, my best estimate and my best answer, I'm trying to give it to you as honest as I can be. Like I said, I just, I woke up at this, I walk around, and I wasn't thinking about first. My phone normally clips on my pen that I had. I open it, I call, and then I was trying to get my stuff together, my why, where, when, how this happened. I walked in, and then and then I walk out, and I think that's when I saw the police coming in.
The passenger door that you exited, did you leave it open or did you close it?
I don't remember. I think that I closed it. I think that I closed it.
Before you closed it, when you were sitting in the car, tell us the position you were in the car.
I was like, when I woke up, I woke like this.
Where were your hands? On the armrest, on your lap? Was one on the middle
Yeah, in
armrest?
the armrest like this, and the other one's, like here, like because there's that always like this.
Before you got out of the car, did you touch anything inside the car with blood on it or anything like that? Did you lean over and touch anything?
I don't remember.
You don't remember if you touched anything?
No, I don't remember anything. I was, as I told you, I was on a date.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So when you got out of the car, you don't remember.
Open.
You opened the door with your right hand
Uh-huh.
on the door handle.
Yeah, and like normally do whatever. I don't even remember what type of handle it has.
Okay.
I don't know if it was like this. I don't know if it was like this. I really don't. I just opened the door.
And you believe you walked around the front,
I believe I
and then you went around to check on her,
yes.
and you touched her.
Yeah, I touched her, the chest, and I don't know if I touched anything else.
Did you get any blood on your hands when you touched her? Her shirt was covered in blood.
I don't like that.
Up until now, Yvonne has been able to recall specific details about the previous night, including who she interacted with and even the jokes they laughed at. But as soon as the conversation shifts to how she actually got home after the party, she suddenly blanks out because she's just too drunk to remember. And that's a problem, because the time she can't seem to recall is the most important one in the timeline. Daniela was confirmed to be driving home just after 1:20 a.m., and by 2 a.m., street cameras had seen her car entering Yvonne's driveway. The headlights stayed on for several minutes, and the car didn't move again. What makes it more telling is how her story twists under pressure. In a previous conversation with another detective, she claimed that she actually woke up in her bed and was heading out to the gym when she found Daniela's car with her body inside. However, first responders noticed she wasn't dressed for the gym, and now that version disappears entirely, replaced with a new one about waking up inside Daniela's vehicle. But while her memory keeps shifting, one thing doesn't. Before police were ever called, the Ring doorbell footage up to 6:36 a.m. had already been wiped by Yvonne. That footage could have shown her entering the house after killing Daniela in her driveway. But that's not the only stupid attempt she's made to cover up her crime.
Okay.
I don't remember. I really
So
don't.
here's my question. This is an important one. Okay. You're wearing a white tank top last night. You looked at a photograph displayed to you by Detective
Yes.
Young from World of Beer last night. You were in a white tank top and jeans, right?
Mhm.
Now, when the police get there today, you're wearing a black tank top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Where's your white tank top?
I put them in the washer. And the reason that I put it in the washer was because I think it wasn't it wasn't like it wasn't. I think it was like when you have your hands or something that you touch, like it was. I did it, and it was a white tank top, and I said, okay, I'm gonna throw it in the washer.
Well, you said that you didn't remember if you had touched anything. Oh,
I don't remember touching
In the
anything
car, but you
in the
touched her
car.
chest.
I
and
don't
I asked you if
remember.
you got blood on your hands, and you said you didn't know.
The only thing that I remember is that I had like I don't know if it was in the moment or something that I went like this, and I remember when I went in, and I put my purse down, and I and I look and I was like, oh, I have not read things, but it's like when you touch something and then you go like this or something.
Okay.
And it was there, and it's just a white on top. I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, so
So now that you're questioning me about it, I mean, I know how it looks, but I didn't at the moment. I didn't think of intent of malice, intent of anything that I'm hiding it, because I kept my pants.
okay, so
So it was like the white tank top. It looks dirty. It's like that I just touched something.
you stayed on the phone with 911 until the police arrived, which was a few minutes. I just got confirmation. Okay.
Yeah.
You stayed on the phone until police arrived. So while you're on the phone, you're telling me that you wake up in the car, you look over, you see the door open, you get out, you walk around to the front of the car, right?
Uh-huh.
You go over there, you put your hand on her, you check on her, you see that she's dead, right? You're on the phone
Well,
already.
I didn't know that she was dead. She was not responding.
Okay.
She responsive.
You're on the phone at this point with 911 on the driveway. This is what you're saying, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, while you're on the phone with the dispatcher, they're asking you questions. During that time that they're asking you questions,
Honest to you, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't remember what the questioning was. I don't remember my answers.
we can listen to it.
Okay,
It's all
that's fine.
We can listen to it.
I don't. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I guess I was still drunk. I was still dazed. I was still, trying to get my bearings on.
By this point, I don't remember has become Yvonne's go-to response whenever the questions get uncomfortable. She insists she never touched Daniela's body, but police have already recovered one of her tank tops from her house, stained with Daniela's blood. But leaning on alcohol as an excuse for her memory gaps didn't hold up for long, because for the first time, the detectives shift the gears and confront her directly about the evidence.
You want to go?
Yes, I do.
What kind of gun do you have?
I had a 9mm Taurus.
You had or you had?
Has
Okay. Is that in the
and a
safe?
45 Glock. And those are in the car.
In your car in the house?
Yeah.
How do you carry your gun when you carry it? You have a CCW. How do you carry your gun? You carry it on your body? Do you carry it in your
in the
purse?
car or in the purse?
Okay. So, what kind of holster do you have in the purse?
It's the same one that I if I had to carry.
It has like a clip,
Yeah,
and you
the
can put it on
clip.
the inner part of your belt,
Yes.
right? So let me ask you this. Is it possible you were drunk, you reached into your purse, maybe it wasn't in the holster to get your keys, and there was a tragic accident, that gun went off inside the car, and you just don't know what the hell to do, and you're panicked,
No.
Maybe Danielle
and the
asked
gun
you
went off,
about
and you got
guns,
startled, and you
went,
said, oh my God, I can't believe what just happened. What do I do here?
If that would be the case, I would be telling you.
But you washed your blood off your shirt.
you deleted the videos.
I normally
So I don't
that's not. I normally delete my videos
You
all
clean-
the time.
You cleaned up your house. There's
I
no
know.
blood on your doorknob. Still blood.
What's going to happen when when ballistics come back and the bullet matches up to your gun? This is your chance to give us that explanation now. This chance won't come around again.
Okay.
So then what happens when
Okay.
in an hour from now,
If the ballistics come,
what
okay.
happens?
I will sustain the same thing I'm telling you because I'm not lying to you. Okay. If it was an accident, if it was that if according to you, if it was intentional, I cannot.
Nothing is
tell
according to
you.
me. It's according to you.
No.
Okay? You were there. We weren't there. If it was an accident, this is your chance to tell us because we're going to find out very soon.
I know.
And it's not, there's not much of a science to it. Okay? The striation patterns inside the shell casing. We got the shell casing. Okay? The shell casing is on the floorboard in the car. We have it.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay.
The shell casing is a 1mm.
And we're not
Okay.
only going to look in your house. We're searching the
So-
canal behind your house and everywhere.
Okay. No, that's
So-
fine. You can share
so
anywhere.
listen. It's over. It's over.
I understand
Okay.
that it's over.
It- You understand where I'm going with this?
I know that I'm going to get arrested and I'm going to.
The bullet's going to match up to your gun, isn't it?
If you said so.
I'm asking you. Is the bullet going to match up to your gun?
I don't know.
You're the only one who could possibly know the answer to that question.
When I said to you, the gun's going to match up, and then you said, okay, well, if the gun matches up, then I'll have to pay the price.
Because,
Why not give explanation? Because
because
you
I
and
don't
I know,
have one.
you and I know damn well that bullet's matching up. Okay? Dave knows, I know, we know that the bullet's matching up. It's a manual.
You haven't denied it.
And you haven't said, of course it's not going to match up. That's impossible.
I mean, if you were not holding the gun when it went off, you would have said, no, there's no way in hell that's matching up to my gun. But you didn't. You nodded your head and you went along with it because you know that it's going to match
Because
your
I'm
gun.
understanding. And I
Just let it go.
I cannot let go of
You're
something
gonna-
that I don't remember. And if
You're going to feel worse if you don't. Because in a little while, when we get it back, then we go downstairs and we say to you, well, hang on, that's it, the bullet matched up. Then you're going to want to tell us then what really happened.
listen.
Just tell us. now.
You don't want me. I cannot allow. Honest to God, I cannot tell you.
You can tell us.
No, I cannot tell you what happened, how it happened, when it happened.
I understand why you don't want to tell us because you're going to take that shot that maybe somebody's incompetent at the lab and maybe they won't figure it out, but they figure it out every time.
And how are you going to explain not waking up inside a vehicle when someone is dead?
Listen,
Then your story makes no sense.
my story makes no sense because I don't have no recollection of anything.
It's not because there's no recollection. It's
Or maybe
because
it's you said that I maybe don't want to face it. Maybe it was blocked in my memory, in my mind, because I don't remember. I honest to God, I don't remember. I was honest to you when I was talking to you.
Right, and then you remembered more.
And I remember a little bit more. And that's when I said, I think I remember.
And as we sit,
But now you told me, and then it's like, oh, yeah, you're changing this and this and that, the other.
Well, as we've talked, things have evolved, right? We do agree that from the time you spoke with Patrolman to the time you spoke with Detective Young to the time we got here, things changed several times. We gathered more information as we went along, right? You gave us more
and
your memory
and I understand that you guys are coming. I'm not saying that you guys are, this and that and the other. What I'm honest to, I trying to tell you is that I do not.
At this point, it's worth asking, what exactly is Yvonne holding on to? Because as if the inconsistencies in her stories and her poorly hidden blood-stained shirt weren't enough, she made an even bigger mistake of failing to remove the shell casing from the scene after shooting Daniela in the head. Police later recovered the casing, and a forensic report is soon going to confirm the inevitable. So while she keeps circling back to "I don't remember," the physical scene is already telling a much clearer story here.
What do you think should happen to the person that shot her?
Kind of depends on how it happened, I think.
Can you answer that?
I mean, obviously, if it's going to go to jail.
Do you think that person should go to jail?
I mean, there's no motive. There's no intention. There's the remorse, yes, is there. Because it's dead. Because it's a child. Because it's a person. But what do you want me to say? What do you really want me to say?
The remorse, meaning you're saying you have remorse?
If I did it, I got remorse. And even before we were talking, I told her, I said, I feel, either if I'm guilty or not guilty, I feel that sadness, that remorse, that guilt, I guess, that I used to, that I feel guilty, because I was the last person, that was here, she was,
Where are we going?
If you tell me, okay, well, you said, okay, I pulled a gun and I shot her because, that I cannot tell you. If I tell you, okay, you know what, whatever the story, it was an accident, I cannot tell you.
What do you think should happen to the person that shot her?
Do you think that I don't know?
I'm asking you to tell me. You haven't answered that question.
I told you.
Tell me.
But regardless, you have to go to jail. If it's an accident, or if it's
If somebody killed you, what do you want to happen to them?
to pay the price.
How do you want them to pay the price? If I knocked on your door and told you Rachel was dead, what do you want to see happen to that person that killed her?
Go to justice.
Okay. What's justice?
Because nothing
What's justice?
Nothing will change the fact that a life was taken of a young girl.
Even if it was an accident, you think they should still go to jail? If somebody accidentally shot Rachel, do you think they should still go to jail?
Should the penalties be the same?
It shouldn't, but at the end of the day, you went to jail.
But what do you think? Do you think the penalty should be the same? Forget about what the justice system thinks. What does Yvonne think? Do you think if somebody shoots somebody by mistake, as opposed to shooting them on purpose? Do you think that somebody shot Rachel by mistake? Should they go to jail?
For the detectives, the puzzle is now nearly complete, and they just need a clear confession from Yvonne alongside a motive. But that isn't as easy as it looks. Yvonne is still holding on to one last defense. Even if she pulled the trigger, even if the casing matches her gun, and even if her shirt is found stained with Daniela's blood, she doesn't remember any of it. So from here on, the detectives need to play carefully to get her to confess.
I mean, it looks very clear to me what happened. Doesn't it look very clear to you what happened? You don't think it's clear?
It's clear that, she's dead.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's clear, and it's clear that she got shot in the head, right? With your gun, clear. So tell me, when you sit next to somebody what is that? What is it? It's not a trick question. It's murder. Yeah, right? So two people come home from a bar together, and one of them gets shot in the head. Tell me, what is that?
It's more, what you say, more murder.
Yeah. So this isn't rocket science.
I understand.
You do. You do. You understand.
Yes, I do.
So you leave with a girl, and she takes you home, and you stay in the car with her for 5 minutes, and she ends up with the came from your gun, and then you go inside and spend 3 hours cleaning up, and then you call us, and then you lie to us for hours, and you think it's okay?
I don't say that it's okay, and I don't, you guys insist that I'm lying.
No. It's not insisting. It is what it is. It is. You lied. So it isn't insisting anything. It isn't us making up stories. This is all about you. You left a bar with a girl that you were having a great time with. It isn't like you had some heated, horrible, violent relationship with this person. This isn't something that has been going on and festering, and we've been to your house with domestics and violent arrests. No, this is, you meet a girl pretty much for the first time, casually, and you meet up with them, and then you go home, and you bring her home to your house. That's what happens. And then you spend 5 minutes in the car together, and then she ends up. So just riddle me that. Explain it to me. That's all. It's not hard. It's not complicated. That's the facts.
So you want me to tell you something that I don't remember?
That's your brilliant statement.
I'm not trying to be brilliant. I'm not trying to be elaborated.
You are completely lying to my face.
Okay.
Okay.
If you said so.
Yeah, I do say so. Because this is ridiculous. What do you think this is? So tell me what happened. Don't tell me anything other than what happened. Just tell me what happened. Let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Were you out with her? What was it? What was it?
I don't know.
That's not true.
Well,
So-
that's my truth.
No, it's
don't
not.
know.
It's not even your truth. It isn't even your truth. It's what you're choosing to tell us. So just
I'm not choosing to tell you anything. I'm telling you the truth.
No, that isn't the truth.
Because you want to say that I have her, that I dragged her home, that my intentions was, outrageous, and just because A, B, or C.
You could say you were trying to rob her. You could say I wanted her wallet. I wanted her money. There's a lot of things you could say. I just want the truth. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing because I'm trying to tell you, and
No,
you
you're
don't want
not.
to listen.
No. You're not trying to tell me. If
I'm
you were
telling
trying to, if you were telling me, we
I'm
wouldn't be here. We'd be
because-
done.
I'm telling you, and you don't want to listen.
I know. I can hear you say, I don't remember. I can hear it. I'm a grown boy. I've been doing this a long time.
I understand.
No, you don't understand. If you understood, you wouldn't say, I can't remember.
Okay, first of all, and you don't want to believe me, I didn't know that a gun was going out. I didn't know anything
Okay.
about
We don't we,
bullets. And
we know that's not the case. So tell me what happened after the gun went off. That's what I want to know. Just tell me what happened after the gun went off.
Like I said, I don't.
What did you do? What did you do when the gun went off? What was your first thought? There's a, as I've had many conversations with officers over the years who have been involved in shootings, it's a very stressful situation. Okay, there's certainly a certain level of PTSD. It's almost like an outer body experience. Okay, you just cannot believe what just happened, right?
And this happens to even very experienced police officers who have trained their entire adult life to be prepared for this type of thing. So it's a normal kind of thing.
Right. So what do you do? What is your first thought? Your first act?
Listen, you want me to confess something?
I want you to tell me what you did after the shot.
Like I said, I didn't know.
With Yvonne repeating the same thing over and over, the detectives shift tactics, focusing on specific details of the crime and what followed while ignoring her chance of "I don't remember." They ask her directly about what happened after she shot Daniela and how she cleaned up the house and removed blood traces. Pressed this way, Yvonne feels compelled to respond, and with each answer, her story unravels further.
Okay, so let's talk about what you do remember after the gun went off.
Listen,
Because we know you heard the shot.
you know that I heard the shot.
I could still feel pain in my ear when I think back to that day at Outdoor World. That's where I was when that gunshot went off and I had that headphone on. And I said, shit, that hurts. And I was wide awake for a long time after that shot went off. A little tiny Nissan like that,
With the windows up, or even,
that's loud, Yvonne.
it's going to make your ears ring.
That's loud. Okay. So what happened after the shot? What were you thinking at that point?
For you to think, you have to know. Now, you're forcing me to yes, you did, Jesse, what you used, and I'm telling you, I don't remember, and I don't even know,
I'm listening to you.
I don't even know how to communicate about this. I know that there's somebody dead. That you said that I'm guilty because either I talk or I whatever. I have to leave that in my brain, in my conscious. But I cannot, tell you anything that I don't recollect. Okay? And,
You're recollecting
And
more
you-
as we go, right?
and I ask you, right? I'm getting to the point that
Let me step out here for a second. Just hold it.
I didn't ask for a lawyer for a reason. fake because I didn't know. Until today, I cannot recollect.
We're done. Jess is coming. She'll take you down to a cell. Chipper, just.
Okay.
Good enough.
If I wouldn't ask a lawyer, it's still going to jail. I'm sorry, Senator. If I wouldn't ask for a lawyer,
Yeah.
I still was going to go to jail.
I don't know either way. That the because of the psychos procedure when someone does ask for a lawyer is that we are not allowed to interview anyone. We're not allowed to talk to anybody. So that's why they left, and we're not going to ask any more questions about anything.
I cannot confess to something that I don't recollect. I don't know how to communicate that.
Till the very end of this interrogation, Yvonne clung to the same shallow explanations and the repeated response of not being able to recall anything. After years of legal back and forth, a jury ultimately found her guilty of second-degree murder in 2024. She was later sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 25 years. For Daniela's family, the verdict couldn't undo the loss, but it did bring a measure of closure to a case that for so long rested on a story that simply couldn't hold. Our thoughts remain with Daniela Maya and her loved ones, who remember her as a young woman whose life was taken far too soon. Thanks for watching. 80% of everyone watching isn't subscribed. If this is the kind of content you stick around for, subscribing helps us keep making exactly this. It's free and it goes a long way. If you'd love to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our best cases right here, or our latest upload right here.